We're back with the fame game, Rozanne and myself. And our guest today is a combination of a mathematician, of an engineer, of a builder, of a writer, of a physical fitness trainer, and lots of things. In one word, all that comes down to Ashok Ferrey.
Welcome aboard the fame game. And
Thank you.
Nice
Rozanne.
to have
Thank
you.
Kumar.
Do you know what you're in for?
No, I don't, and that's what's worrying me.
So he mentioned about the wardrobe. I would firstly
With a
like
quirky
to-
dress sense. I forgot
You're very lucky I'm in this. You would not normally get me into a jacket.
I know
No,
only
never.
you
It's
can
all
carry it
Kumar's.
off, Ashok.
I forced him to
No,
wear
no, I'm
flattery.
serious. No one else can carry out some of the combinations
T-shirt,
that you
jeans,
wear.
that's my normal.
Yeah, so he walks into embassy cocktail parties, National Day cocktails. Dress code says lounge or national. And there's Mr. Ferrey in his polished, clean
Camouflage
shoes.
bottoms.
Yeah, his funky bottoms and this t-shirt. And everybody else is dressed to kill. But you're so comfortable.
I also arrive by tuk-tuk. They don't see that. I never go anywhere by car because my
Okay.
car wouldn't make it. So it's tuk-tuk.
That's an excuse. But
Excuse,
you
good
can carry it
excuse.
off very well. You don't look like you're awkward in it. You pull it off quite well.
Don't you feel like inadequate with all these well-dressed men and women?
No, on the contrary, I feel much better. Because it's nice to give
Unique.
them that whatever. I don't know. I feel better.
Do they look down upon you, like noses up in the air?
They do, and that's the beautiful part.
And what do you do? How do you?
No,
What do they say?
No, they don't say anything. It's what
These
they don't
snooty
say.
people.
That
They
you know?
look at you in a certain
in
way.
a certain way. It's a disbelief. That's lovely. I
But
love
once
that.
they get to know that you are the Ashok Ferrey, then do they look at you differently?
Yeah, sometimes it changes.
You
And
do
that's
this
a
to
bit
get
disappointing
attention?
also.
It's disappointing.
Thank you very much.
No, I don't know. I'm asking
I
you.
wish. Well,
Why is
certainly
it
does get
disappointing?
attention, I suppose. But
Why is it disappointing that when they get to know
no,
you,
because you know that old Sufi thing that you treat people alike or the same regardless of who they are or what they are. So if they change their treatment of you because they know you're Ashok Ferrey, then that's a little disappointing.
So Mandy, your wife, is always impeccably dressed, just like her sister Anuma. Her handbag, her shoes, and they used to handle like a sota.
I think she's been trying to reform me for years. It's
How
now,
many years now?
Oh God, 27, 30, 32
32
years.
years of-
He's
I've
not even
lost count.
sure.
I've
Not
lost
even
count.
sure.
I've lost count. You
That
know?
comes to an
So
expense.
Kumar and I,
So-
when we were discussing about what are the questions we should ask you, we were thinking the main question should be, what is the recipe of this marriage that you have had? It's a beautiful
32 years.
32 years. It's a long time, and to make it so successful, what has been the main ingredient?
I don't know.
Several.
Frankly, I don't know. I think because Mandy knew me long before Ashok Ferrey, and she's fond of saying that she married some XYZ and ended up as Mrs. Ashok
Mrs.
Ferrey.
Ferrey.
So in a way, it's been a learning experience for both of us. It's quite different, and as I said earlier, people's attitude to you changes in the way they perceive you. So I guess for both of us, it's as if we're in on the secret and nobody else is. So that kind of gives us a bond.
This
Forms a bond.
Ferrey family, the star was Ashok Ferrey. But now there's the son, Rehan Mudannaika, who is a star in his own right. And there's Sri Lanka's one of our finest jazz singers, Francesca, his daughter, Mudannaika. Now, there are two other stars, so the glory has shifted a bit.
Thank God. It's quite nice when it's shared out. But I have to say that the three of us never discuss art or whatever we do. We're all quite individual. We sort of fly solo. And I think that's a strength, not a weakness, because you bring back to the table your own
Strengths and weaknesses.
Exactly. We don't all go together.
So
it's
there's
not like
individuality there.
Yeah, it's not like a doctor father having a doctor son, having a doctor, or a lawyer having a lawyer, having a lawyer. We're quite different.
But the arts, nevertheless.
they're all the arts, but different branches of the arts also. So that, I guess, makes it easier. But it's very different.
So you being you, see, you had this very famous father-in-law, Ray Vijayawardena. So marrying into the Vijayawardena family, in that sense, were there pressures? Were you
Expectations?
were you
I'm sure there were expectations on their
anxious?
part.
Yes.
I'm sorry to have disappointed them. I'm saying it to the public.
I'm sure you're not a disappointment at all.
But it was easy for me because I spent pretty much all my life abroad. I left Sri Lanka at the age of 8, and I married Mandy, sort of literally when I came back, a few years after I came back. So for me, it didn't matter that there was this whole narrative going on. I didn't know. I genuinely didn't know, which is a good thing. It's always best not to know. Because then again, there are expectations, there's pressure, there's this. None of that.
So you've had quite a journey. You lived in so many countries, and then
Nairobi,
so many careers that you have chosen. Now, Kumar and I do this personality development workshop for teenagers.
Yeah.
And last week we had one of our sessions, and a couple of teenagers didn't know exactly what they want to do in life. And they are teenagers, and we expected them to know what they want to be.
at least a way.
At least have some kind of an idea.
I have a message.
Exactly. I want you
I'm
to.
almost 68 now. I still don't know what I want to be.
Oh.
And actually, I don't know what I am either.
Yeah.
So when I go to these posh literary festivals and they're talking about Tolstoy and Dostoevsky, I haven't read any of that. I'm just sitting there like a
Seriously?
Mia. Yeah, I just sit there pretending.
Oh, you
Because-
pretend, but you know.
No, I don't. The thing
You
is,
pretend
I
to
genuinely-
know.
Oh, pretend to know. Okay.
I pretend to know.
Okay.
Because genuinely, I'm a mathematician. I did English A level as a joke in 1 year. So it was literally as a joke. I hardly read some of those texts I didn't read.
But
I
you're
just
one of the
had-
lucky ones. You did it as a joke, but it
Yeah, but that's my point.
Yeah.
I think if you don't try too hard, it just comes to you fairly easily.
I
If
do.
you do you know what I mean? If you
Yeah.
try and bust your gut,
sometimes too much of pressure sometimes.
too much pressure from your family, from everyone, too much pressure from yourself,
Mm.
and then you almost fail because you've overloaded the sort of guilt on yourself.
I do that with French wine. I don't know red from white from pink.
Yeah.
But the body.
But you're
the
able to appreciate it.
oxygenating
Yeah,
the wine.
yeah.
You twirl your glass. You take the aroma. Wow. I don't know red from white from pink. It's wine. So a different game.
Yeah, different thing, but similar.
But what made you change? Were you fed up, or you thought, okay, this is the maximum that I can achieve? Or what was the point for you to change so many times?
Okay. So when you hit the nail on the head, I think you've got to be realistic. You can't all say, gee whiz, I'm going to be the world's greatest writer. I'm going to write the greatest plays in the world. I'm going to produce a piece of sculpture that's going to sit in the British Museum. You can't do that. You do the best you can to the best of your ability. But
And then you come into a realization.
yeah, you also have to be cold-blooded and rational enough to
Calculated.
recognize
Oh,
if it's okay, but it's not that great.
this is why
You know?
I say acceptance.
Yeah, you have to be wise. You can't kid yourself that we can't all be the greatest writer in the world. We can't all be the greatest artist or the greatest singer. So you have to have a good, healthy dose of cold water on you to know that if you're not so great, that's also okay. There's room
And sometimes
for
you
everyone.
drain out of it also, right?
Yeah, and
But-
there's room for
Yeah.
everyone. But the other part, the other part is this, that I often think that I'm sitting in a boat waiting for the breeze to come, and it'll push me this way or that way. So I think you just have to be willing to go. So when well, I was a builder, I still am a builder, but suddenly I became a writer. So I took the breeze over somewhere else. I followed the breeze somewhere else. So you got to be prepared to go.
So you want to go with the flow.
Yes.
But if there's no self-realization, how would I know to get out of something I'm not doing very well and changing course?
It's not so much getting out of something as getting into something else.
Okay.
You don't have to get rid of that.
No, you
With
never get
that,
rid of it.
yes.
It's always there.
Yeah.
But suddenly it goes into the background and something else comes
Pops
forward.
up and then.
So jack of all trades, master of none.
None.
But
Absolutely
you've
none.
defied that.
No. I maintain.
You have
But
mastered
you-
many.
you- done all this in time.
No. I really have done. Trust me on this. You do the best you can.
Are you a failed
And
builder? No.
Completely.
Buildings have fallen down?
No.
Sadly.
Sadly. I wish.
You
The
wish.
cricket club cafe is still standing there.
Yeah.
Nothing is
I
happening.
was
to
a
it.
very poor barman, I have to say. I was very good at adding up when I worked in a pub, you know. So they would always somebody would say, I want rum and pep. Somebody else would say, I want a whiskey ginger. All these old-fashioned drinks that nobody drinks anymore.
Whiskey ginger. Okay.
But you have to add it in your head. A whiskey is so much, a ginger ale is so much. And so I used to be able to, so that's where the maths came into play. So I was quite popular in the bar, but I was hopeless, you know. What did you have? Is that you like? I was getting wrong.
This entire spectrum of jobs, you earn the most money by being a
Trainer.
trainer.
Oh.
Yeah,
You said
trade,
so.
that's very lucrative. It's very lucrative. Also, it's a fun thing to do because it's not just physical training. There's more to it. You're like a father confessor almost.
You're guiding someone.
Yeah, and people let their hair down, particularly diplomats, foreigners, because they can't talk.
Private space.
Exactly, they can't talk to outsiders about quite important stuff. Whereas me, I don't count. I'm the guy in the tuk-tuk in the t-shirt. So then it's very easy to offload yourself onto somebody like that because they don't count. And that is the secret of life, not to count.
So that is the most preferred job so far.
No, I can't say that because I change from thing to thing. Funnily enough, and this is, I've not said this before, my new book is written from the point of view of a personal trainer. It's the first time I've done this.
Oh,
So I'm giving away some secrets in the book. But I thought, well, I'm old enough now that, you know, you
Yeah.
try and keep your careers separate, but sometimes they melt
There is the
into
part
each
of
other.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is your favorite book that you've written?
from all you've done.
That's a really difficult question. It's like asking a mother who's her favorite child. You can't do it.
Yeah.
It's very unfair. I mean, the first book is the most popular, Called Pretty People.
That launched you, basically.
Yes, and it is still a best-selling book 25 years later.
Wow, it's a long time.
It's a long time. It's a long
Quarter
time. I
century.
wrote it. Yeah, I wrote it.
That's the first book that pops up when you Google
I wrote
your
it
name.
29 years ago, and I think by the time it was published, it came out in manuscript form. It was shortlisted. Then it hung around till Pereira Hussein picked it up. So it's now been around a very long time.
What was the most difficult book to write?
The last one. It was about the death of my father,
Oh.
and he actually died
Sonny
in the year.
Mudanayaka's story.
He died in the year 2000, and it has took me over 20 years to sit down and write it. And the awful thing was, once I started writing it, my mother started dying.
Oh.
So, you know, I'd write a page and I'd go and visit her, and that page had come true. It was awful. It was uncanny. It was bizarre. It was terrible. I'd never want to go through that again.
But that was a purgation also.
Yes.
Mentally?
Yes, mentally, you're quite right. You put a full stop, and then that subject is buried. It's gone.
Done with.
Yeah. Just yesterday, somebody texted me and said, my father passed away 10 days ago, and your book was my friend during that time. So I wrote back. I didn't know who she was. I now know. I didn't realize.
So
at the
you
time.
get your inspiration from day-to-day life.
Absolutely. I'm not one of these people who sits down and does 2 years of research. For me, that lacks authenticity. Something Edna O'Brien said to me. She said, she came from one of these golf festivals. She died very recently. I think she's a really great writer. She said, you know, there's a story of the young girl in Sudan who is underage. She's purposely sent out to fetch the water. She walks 2 miles in the day to go fetch the water because she's underage and hopefully she won't get raped. You know? She said it's a moving story. But she said, I can't write it. It's not my story. You know? So she'd
you
obviously
have to
done the research
feel
on
it.
it, but she felt it somehow wouldn't be authentic in her hands.
So you write things that sync with you.
Yes, that are authentic to me. I mean, I know they say writers shouldn't do that. They should be good enough. Well, in that case, I'm not good enough. It's as simple as that. You know?
You're so brutally humble.
No. You have to, like, Kumar, I'm nearly 68.
No, I mean,
you have to recognize at that age there are certain things. You can't bullshit at that point. I really do think.
Ashok, what happened to you and the Colombo Literary and Arts Festival?
No, it's going on. I only ever took it on for 1 year because
There was no divorce there.
no, not at all. I'm still like really behind them, and I literally handpicked the next curator, who is my agent in India, Meeta Kapoor. So it's all keeping it in the family. No. I'll tell you the reason why I didn't want to carry on. Again, it's that boat and the breeze. I knew if I waited too long at it, I would get stale. It's not my core competence. Do you know? So it's better for somebody else who is much more professional. I'm too flighty. I can't. I'll never stick
He's
to one
flighty.
too long.
So do you have
Finally said it.
any regrets? I should have held on to this a little bit longer, or I should have done it a little bit earlier.
Oh, there are some regrets.
Okay.
When I left London as a builder, I had 84 freeholds in London, which I cashed in and came back. Because I didn't see myself living in London. It was as simple as that. London is boring. It's the last place on earth I want to stay in. And I would have probably
Now it is.
I would have probably married some nice English girl and had 2 coffee-colored kids, and I'd be running around there. I really didn't see that. So I thought to myself, the hell, I'm getting out. Of course, I landed here and it was at the height of the JVP. People, they were butchering bodies at the end of my road, sticking heads on railings. So there were regrets. Of course, there were regrets. You think, I could have had that life.
Yes.
You know, driving around in a nice posh car and living in a posh house.
Area, yes.
Yeah.
The future of Ashok Ferrey.
Before I come,
Any other avenues that you want to explore that you have not done
There
before?
probably are, but I don't know.
Oh,
It just comes upon you. And
the
that's
breeze has got to happen.
The breeze. That's the
That's
other
nice, like
thing.
breeze.
Yeah, one mustn't plan too much. There has to be a certain spontaneity, a happenstance to the thing, you know? Because if you plan too much, you will be disappointed. This way, you're not disappointed.
yeah, that's a good way of looking at it.
See, you've given life to Ashok Ferrey, and Ashok Ferrey has given you life as well. Your family lineage, there's this lady who did some research, I believe, into your family.
Why did you
tree.
have to bring all this up? Yeah. So
Ashok Ferrey, yeah.
Ashok Ferrey, there's a lady who came to me at the golf festival, and she said, Ashok, you have to listen to me. I've traced your family back to, I think she said, the 1700s, and you are
French Revolution time. Ashok.
well, French Revolution time. You are a burger from Bataclan. I would use the other French you used. So I said, thank you so much. I have to run. I have an event now. She said, Ashok, what's wrong with you? Here I'm giving you your family tree and you're waiting for it.
But aren't you flattered? Somebody actually researched and gone into your family tree.
No, but that's
1700s.
No, this is Sri Lanka. We all have too much time on our hands.
Yes.
We all spend our time getting to,
Other people's family trees.
getting into
Not
other
your own.
people's- Yeah, not your own. Exactly. Yeah.
When your kids grew up, did you have any expectation out of them? I know you didn't have any out of you, but when your kids grew up, like, you've got to be this, you've got to be that.
No. And in a sort of strange way, I wish I had told them, be a doctor or a lawyer or
You
an
wish you had
Now
told
you are
them.
telling-
Yeah, now I'm saying
What happens
it's
to
Why?
too late. Well, I have a singer and a film director / actor.
Yes.
They are never going to be able to look after me in my old age.
That's being selfish.
Yeah, that's been very selfish. I have to keep
Get a medical
writing
insurance.
books. I have to keep writing more books.
Get a health insurance.
I guess the money matters at the end of the day. As a parent,
As a parent, you'd like to see them well set
Making
up and
more money, yeah.
But aren't they not
And-
set up in life? They're good.
Well,
Your two
yes.
children.
I agree. They're good, and they've done the best in their own
feels.
and I'm happy with that. But you also think, as a good South Asian parent, perhaps they might have been better as a doctor, a lawyer, an accountant.
I relate to that.
What were Mandy's expectations of Rehan and Francesca?
There again, nothing. I think both of us were very easygoing, probably too easygoing actually. But they were given free rein to do what they wanted.
So your new book, Spill the Beans. Title? When is it out?
Well, all very difficult. I had like about 20 different titles for it. Nobody could agree. Absolutely nobody. I asked Mandy, I asked the kids, I asked my friend Richard. Nobody could agree. So I've just gone with the most outrageous title I can think of, which is Hot Butter Cuttlefish.
Oh, that's
I love it.
Thank you. You're my friend.
Oh, the food, not the book.
Oh, well,
I love
All right,
hot butter cuttlefish. You write a book
So
about it.
you get someone else to read the book
It's
and
nice to
then
do.
decide, or
Very rarely. This time I made the huge mistake of giving it to my daughter to read. She came back and said, "This book is unpublishable," she said. "Don't even think about it." So I said, "Why? Why? What's wrong with it?" She said, "It is so politically incorrect. You are hitting out at so many different sections of society and people.
It will sell because of that.
Well, or people will hate me. They'll kind of put a letter bomb through my letterbox or something."
No, they'll burn the book. Like
Or they might burn the book.
Karl
They might
Marx
burn the
trilogy.
book.
as long as they buy the book and then burn
And
it.
Buy
then
it and burn it,
Buy
yes.
it,
So-
read it, or try
Read-
to read
yeah,
it, and then burn
Any
It doesn't
clues
matter.
about-
Buy
Spend
the
your
book
money
and
first.
burn
Spend
it.
your money first. and then-
Any clues about the book, the contents? Any vague clues?
Well, as I said earlier, it's from the point of view of a personal trainer, but it's a comedy. It's a black comedy. So that's about as far as I can.
Based on real clients whose names are being withheld?
Yeah. Almost everyone in that book is real.
God, I don't come to you.
So people are, no. These are not trainees. They were not people I trained, but people I know.
Different walks
I
of
know
life.
that,
And
yeah, people I know well. And one or two of them actually know they're in the book, but they haven't read the book.
So if I read the book,
I will know who it is.
would I know this is that person, that is this
Well, I
person?
hope not. People don't recognize themselves. They don't recognize their friends. That's the truth.
Okay.
When I wrote Copy to People, I sat and signed a book for the hero in the title story, which is Copy to People. And I thought to myself, oh my God, he's going to read this and he'll never speak to me again. But I rested easy because I knew he doesn't read books. He just bought the book just to be friendly with me.
Oh.
So he's dead now, so I can say this.
Okay. So you go to death's door and you come back.
Yeah.
Literally.
You play with that. Yeah.
Why would one buy your next book?
To keep entertained, because it's a bit like my first one, where I've had so many people say, we keep it by the bedside. If we're in a bad mood, I read 2 or 3 pages and I laugh and it puts me to sleep. So this new one is a bit like that. I'm playing to that. You know how it's comfort food in the way of books.
Yeah.
Do you know how you like certain meals like spaghetti bolognese
Yeah.
or
Hot
whatever?
butter.
So you're treating yourself.
Yeah,
hot butter
yeah. So I'm
cup of fish.
treating myself. Yeah.
When you're tired of writing books, your longest job is that now. When you get tired of writing books, what will you do again?
I don't know.
So
I
you
think,
change professions, the wind blows, the ship moves, the
I
boat
think I'm
moves.
ready for Raymond's now.
68
Too
is
soon,
too
I
old.
think.
Too soon? you
Yeah,
think?
too soon.
Okay, well.
I'm
then I
near
have-
his age, so it's
Uh,
too soon.
well, then I have to think of something. But there again, don't think.
Yeah.
It'll come.
It'll happen.
It'll come. It'll come.
Then we will know. We'll get him down again.
Yeah.
So on that note of uncertainty, and Ashok in a boat mid-ocean, waiting for the wind to blow now, the right in the boat now, the wind is going to toss him this way or that way. Thank you so much for being our guest on the
Thank you
Fame
both.
Game.
Thank you,
Thank you for
Rozanne.
accepting.
Thank you, Kumar, for a lovely
Great
show.
pleasure. And
See you soon.
Yes, we'll see you with the next book.
another episode, Fame Game, Rozanne and myself on a screen near you. Bye.